Frank Maddox didn't appear to be much when he rolled up to the firing range. His beat-up pickup rattled to a halt in the back of the lot, tailgate secured with rope, just like every Saturday. No high-tech gear, no trendy apparel, just a well-worn jacket, threadbare jeans, and an army hat that had seen better days. He climbed out and picked up a leather rifle case. No stickers, no patches, just somber respect. Frank was the type of guy who wore silence better than most wore words. Some said he'd been to Vietnam. Others said he trained snipers. Frank never spoke up though. He just appeared, lane 7, rain or shine, and shot with a consistency that belonged to another time. That morning, a black SUV drove in. Out came a Marine recruiter, Staff Sergeant Cruz, clean, cut sunglasses, tactical vest, and more swagger than sense. He loaded up equipment like he was deploying, shouting loudly, calling wind like a briefing, even shooting himself up with a GoPro. He spotted Frank and smirked. "Museum piece, huh?" Frank didn't say anything. The green light on the lane first shot. Bullseye, second. Same by the fifth. The range had fallen silent. Cruz scowled and stepped closer. That was when he saw a patch sewn to Frank's rifle bag, faded. Earned hard. U.S. Army Sniper School. "You did Benning?" Cruz asked. His tone softer now. Frank nodded. "A long time ago. 68 to 91. Rangers SAC, SOG. The silence changed. Arrogance vanished. Respect filled the air. After that day on, Cruz was changed. He ceased to flaunt and began to direct recruits in the direction of Frank. The old man never boasted, never shouted. He merely demonstrated, tucked in a shoulder, straightened a stance, and spoke with the steady gravity of someone who'd experienced it. Before Frank departed, young shooters inquired as to whether he'd return the following week. Week to week, Frank was a silent mentor. Cruz took a step back, no longer the loudest man on the range. When the recruits questioned, Frank provided brief lessons: breathe in, slow exhale. Don't yank the trigger. Coax it. The recruits listened. Every word, respect grew, not from medals or rank, but from humility. On a chilly Saturday, Cruz had his recruits' graduation. Folding chairs, families, and flags edged the back of the range. Cruz stopped distributing certificates. "There is one more man we need to thank," he said, glancing at Frank. "A man who taught us that legacy is not about medals or rank. It is about service that never quits, and humility." He summoned Frank forward. The old man struggled, but Cruz insisted. With humble sincerity, he presented Frank with a plaque, "With gratitude for your example, your quiet leadership, and your legacy." Each recruit stood, not because they were required to, but because they knew. That night, Frank sat on his porch, his rifle case old but leaning next to him, the sniper tab faded and proud. He spun the plaque around in his fingers, not looking at the wood, nor the sheen, but at the handwriting on the back. Cruz's message. "Because of you, we aim with purpose." Frank settled back into his chair, hearing the wind in the trees. He didn't need cheers. He didn't need medals. Some men leave legacies. Some leave medals. Frank left something more. A tradition continued. One subdued shot at a time.